So you're dating somebody new that you really like. Well, follow these steps so that you don't blow a good thing. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, and that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, let's paint the scenario. If you're a guy that's dating somebody new, okay, and you really like her, and you're not sure if she likes you, and you're trying to figure it out, right? It's early on. You might have went on a couple of dates, maybe a couple of weeks of dates. You haven't really said if you're exclusive or not. You haven't talked about if you're dating other people or what's going on. Now, you need to really hold your horses, because I know how it is when you date somebody new and you really like them. You start feeling like you've got to overcompensate and work really hard and prove to her that you're really good for her, that she needs to just be with you. And you might start to fear loss, the fear of losing her, because you really like her and you want to see if there's more, if you can have a future together. So a lot of times we can sabotage, and I've seen guys, and I have been the guy that sabotages something new by getting clingy. You communicate too often with them, like you're calling them all the time. You're always trying to get together. You're not really giving her space to miss you, space to wonder what you're doing. Be a little bit of a man of mystery. You don't want to be shady. There's a fine line, but you've got things going on, right? You've got your career, you've got hobbies and friends, all these things. So you want to show her that you're balanced. You've got a balanced, exciting, fulfilling lifestyle, whether you do or not. You shouldn't always be available, even if you are, because basically your stock goes down. Your worth goes down. It's supply and demand. If you have other things going on, then she's less likely to break a date if she knows you're available every day of the week, any time of the day. It's like, oh, okay, loser. You got nothing going on? You might have a flexible schedule and be able to work around her, and that's great, but you don't want to also always just say, I'll drop whatever and just come to you. That's not attractive, okay? That's not attractive. So, going from there, you think about how, it's the early stages again, and you're trying to get her to want you and to want to stay with you and keep dating you, and you're not sure what to do. And instead of overdoing it, right, you got to step back and take a breath, consider these things. There's something to be said about something Corey Wayne brings up, and it's like the 80-20 rule when it comes to conversation. She should be talking 70-80% of the time, and you're talking 20-30% of the time. Now, women are naturally more expressive and will talk and explain and want to share their days, and that's how they it's one of the ways they bond with us. Guys, we can go to work, do our thing, maybe fire somebody, maybe get in a fight, whatever, and maybe we have a little edge to us, but then we don't want to think about it. So we end up giving one-word answers about how our day was and what was going on, right? We don't typically, a lot of the strong, silent types. But it's not a bad thing that she's doing more of the talking, and that's another sign that she's interested in you. So let her talk. If you're dominating the conversation, if she's not really engaging or she's not really sharing a lot, it could be that it's early on. She maybe doesn't feel safe or warm or comfortable with you. Maybe she has some red flags. Maybe she's the type of person who doesn't talk a lot. But if that's the case, she's one of the outliers. That's not usually the norm I've found with most women. So they're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to tell you about their day, about what happened at work, about what happened at school, whatever it is. And, guys sometimes go, oh, she won't shut up, da-da-da. Well, are you not interested in what is going on in her life? I mean, if she means this much to you, then, on some level, you need to realize, what? If we're in a relationship and eventually it's going to be exclusive, this is a person that I should, consider my best friend, if not, at least my closest friend, because you'll be swapping spit and other fluids, before you know it, in an exclusive manner. So if she's not sharing these things that's going on in her life with you, who is she sharing them with? And women will bond emotionally to a person based on connection and closeness. So, yeah, physical attraction is one thing, but if there's nothing going on in conversation, that's where a woman is really seduced, is when she feels close to you and connected to you. And you should feel that as well, that, you guys, like, I could tell you, my girlfriend, we talk for hours and hours and hours, and before we know it, it's like we got to go to bed. It's been, we just get caught up in it, even, a year plus into our relationship. So, if you're in something new, you really like the girl, that's great. This is still the interview process, right? Might be going really well, the honeymoon phase, whatever you want to call it, but let her do most of the talking. Be respectful, don't ignore her and try to play hard to get or anything like that, but, be honest, communicate. If there's, like, say you're at work and you're not going to be able to pick up the phone because work is what it is, right? Maybe you have a job where you can't just get on the phone and talk to her. Well, let her know that, because if she's sending you a text and 2, 3 hours, 4 or 5 hours later, you're finally responding, but really not giving an explanation as to why it was so long, that's when her mind starts to go, And so when you guys are together, you're explaining how your job works, and, hey, if you text me and it takes me a little while to get back to you, or if I give you a shorter answer, it's not that I'm just, like, dismissing you. It's that I've got things I have to take care of as well. So as long as you go in knowing that, when she starts to get more attached to you, and those questions will come up in her head, she's always thinking about, what's going on in your relationship. She's replaying moments you two have had recently together. She's thinking about a future, all these things. And, generally guys aren't really thinking about those things. We're thinking about how beautiful she is, how much fun we have, and then we're going on and, concentrating on work or whatever else we got going on. And again, this isn't to sound sexist or anything. These are just usually norms for, genders. It's just what it is, at least what I've experienced. So I know you can point to 1 or 2 people that are the exceptions to the rule. I understand that, and I've seen that as well. But generally speaking, of course, because this information is general information. So if you want more specific information, comment, message me. We could even do a video talking about your specific situation and hopefully get you moving forward and in the right direction. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good day.